If you plan on taking a trip to Thailand, here's a few helpful tips that might make your transition to another country a whole lot smoother. I know people are afraid to travel out of the country, especially all the way on the other side of the planet. It is kind of scary at first. First thought about it, like so many unknowns, so many different things, different culture. So many things that you worry about. And I'm gonna explain everything to you, make you feel more comfortable about it. If you want to make that trip, it's a whole lot easier than a lot of people think it is. And overcoming those fears is one of the biggest things because it's really nothing to fear. It's just another country. These people are the nicest people in the world. It's called the land of smiles, and it's just very welcoming because they make so much money off of tourists. They want tourists to come here, and it's just a good, fun place to be, live, enjoy yourself, relax, and be yourself. You don't have to worry about race. You don't have to worry about religion or none of the other stuff. You just come here, have a vacation, enjoy the sun, and here's a few things that might help the transition go a little bit smoother for you. Number one, I suggest you pack light. You don't need a lot of clothes. You don't need a lot of shoes. Slides, sandals, whatever you're comfortable with. You're going to be doing a lot of walking, so if you need tennis shoes, you know, if sandals is comfortable for walking, 15, 30 minutes, because it's just a lot of traffic. You can get in cabs, but the cab, they start adding up if you want to hop in a cab everywhere you want to go, and everything is close by. When you search for a hotel, search for one close to the beach. There are a lot of cheap locations in Thailand. Everything is cheap in Thailand, so don't worry about the cost. The only thing expensive is the plane ticket over here. Everything else is absolutely cheap. So pack light, and if you need anything here, you can buy it here. Every store they have in America, they have here. So don't worry about looking fancy and getting all your designer stuff and all that stuff. Just t-shirt, shorts, and sandals, slides, and you'll be okay. Pack light. That's my number one thing, is pack light. Number two, when you're searching for a hotel, like I said before, find a location close to what you coming to do. If you're coming to spend time at the beach, find something close to the beach. They got rooms here for $10 a night close to the beach, but that's they kind of run down. It's comfortable. This room I'm staying in is $10 a night. I would show you around, but my bed's not made right now. It's a little messy in here, but it's nice and clean, and I'm about a 20-minute walk from the beach, and I could have been closer for the same price, but I chose this location for other purposes. But you should always look for something that you coming here to do. If it's the beach life, if it's the walking street, if it's the partying or whatever, hit YouTube and just search the different things that you're into, and then you'll find a location. And if not, once you get here, the rooms are so cheap, you can always go to, if you see another hotel that you like, you might lose $50. I mean, what's $50 if you switch locations and make yourself happier? It's okay. You want to get your money back from already booking at one hotel, but if you find somewhere closer or something better, you lose $50. You just lose $50. I mean, it's really not that big a deal. When you go to Vegas, you paying $200 a night at a hotel, and here nothing is $200 a night. Even if you want to stay at the Holiday Inn Express or the Hilton or one of the bougie hotels, you still not paying $200 a night. You know, everything is cheap here. So, you know, when you're searching for hotels or whatever, you know, just look for something that's close and look at the pictures. A lot of the pictures are outdated. You know, they from like 10 years ago. So when you get here, you be like, ah, it don't look like the pictures because it's a little more run down and lived in. But that's okay. You know, you can always switch up and find something better at these prices. You know. And number 3, I would say is money. Let me see. The money system. It's called baht. Now the currency here, they don't accept American money. So once you fly into the airport, they have a money exchange. I suggest that when you come here, get that currency right at the airport. It's a cheaper trade exchange rate, I should say. The exchange rate is cheaper at the airport than it is on the streets because they got money exchange places everywhere throughout Thailand. You can't walk 1 block without seeing a money exchange place. But on the street, they would charge you more to exchange your money than they do. And the ATMs are way expensive. That's one of the most expensive things in Thailand is using the ATM. It could cost you $15 to $20 to make one transaction off the ATM. So what I do, this is my second trip to Thailand. First time, I was at the ATM like every other day, just bop. And I didn't know that it was adding up because it was all in their currency. You know, when you look at the machine, it's their money, you know, and then you got to do the math in your head. You thinking, nah, it's not that bad. Then when you get back home, you're like, wow, I spent that much on ATM. Spent $100 on ATM fees in 2 or 3 days. You know, just the ATM fees. You know, you ain't even buy nothing. You lost $100. You know, so what I did this time is when I first hit the airport, I already had $1,000 cash on me. So I went straight to the exchange place in the airport, exchanged that $1,000, and that's more than enough to last you a week because everything is so cheap. And you save money by doing it that way, and it makes everything a whole lot smoother when you spending money, because you can't spend American money nowhere here. You can use your card at different places, like you go out to eat and this and that. You can use your card, you know. But when you're on the street shopping and stuff, it's a lot of places where they don't accept cards, so it's good to have cash on you. I'd rather pay cash than run up all these charges on my card or different transactions through the bank. I like paying for everything cash. It makes everything smoother. It goes, I mean, for me it does. If you used to using your card, whatever makes you comfortable, go ahead and do it. But it's just my suggestions on how I move and how it makes everything smoother. And if you're worried about carrying a lot of cash on you, you know, get you a nice bag. I got me a bag where I keep my passport, my wallet, my cards, everything, my money and everything in this bag, you know. And you know, man, it's not too much like a purse, but it's a man's bag. And I just carry this everywhere I go, and it makes everything a lot smoother. I don't have too much to worry about. And that leads me to number 4. The biggest concern out here with crime is scamming and pickpocketing. You don't have to worry about nobody pulling a knife on you or no violent actions. There's no violent crimes in this place. No rapes, no kidnapping, and no nothing. You don't have to worry about none of that here in Thailand. Thailand is one of the most peaceful places in the world. And no altercations, no fights in the streets. Been here 2 times, and I've never seen none of that. I've been here a while, and I'm moving here, so I'm still witnessing, you know, different things, but one thing I haven't witnessed is violence. But you do have to worry about pickpocketing. You know, clubs, you know, on dance floor. You know, a lot of people put their cell phones in their back pocket. I keep my cell phone in the bag unless I'm out recording stuff. I keep everything important. I keep it in my bag, and I strap it around. You know, put it around my body like this, so I don't have to worry about, you know, nobody trying to snatch my stuff. You know, I got it here. I can, you know, enjoy myself a whole lot better without having to worry about somebody trying to get me. But pickpocket, you do have to worry about those pickpocketers. They will bump you and try to get you, especially if you've been out drinking. They'll spot. They usually target people that's in a club drinking all night. You don't really have to worry about walking through the streets and somebody, you know, just trying to get you. But where it happens at is in the nightclubs, where mostly everybody that been pickpocketed, they've been drinking too much. So if you out here by yourself, watch what you drink, because you are by yourself. I don't drink personally, so I don't have nothing where I never had an incident. Nobody has ever tried to pickpocket me, and nobody has ever tried to, you know, get over on me either. The scams, but scamming is big out here, especially with the cab drivers, the taxis. You negotiate how much it's going to cost to get you from point A to B. You show them on your phone where you want to go, and ask them how much, and they should tell you. And you should agree upon a price before you get into the cab, because if you don't, you should just show them where you want to go, and they say, "Yo, yeah, I'll take you," and then you get there, and then they charge you this fee, and it's outrageous, and then you be like, "Wait, hold up," and then they was like, "Nah, you got to kick in," you know, and then it's just not fair. But they scamming. That's the big thing. Cab drivers will scam you. A lot of these markets, it's a lot of markets, a lot of they don't have price tags on their stuff, so they overcharge you for stuff just because you're a tourist. So always tell them no. When the first time they tell you price on anything, cab drivers, anywhere you buy something and it's not a price tag on it, and they tell you a price, just tell them, nah, I'll go look somewhere else, and I'll guarantee you they'll cut the price down. It go down 30%, it go down 50%, because they want your business, they want your money. So they'll go down and they will negotiate with you, but they will scam you. They want to get as much off of you as they can right away. So go ahead and, you know, if you're good at negotiating, go ahead and negotiate with the peoples, and you can get a better deal. Anywhere you go, you can always negotiate. And let's see, go to number 5, I guess. Number 5, Thailand. Number 5 is like the language barrier. A lot of people worry about, I don't speak Thai, I don't know what they're saying. You don't have to worry about that. English is their second language here. Mostly everywhere you go to spend money, hotel, shopping, tourist attractions, wherever you go, they will speak English, and you don't really need to know too much Thai to enjoy yourself out here. The greeting out here, when you see someone, you put your hands together and say "Sawadee Ka" for women, "Sawadee Krab" for men, and that's just a hello, and you know, a nice greeting that you do with the Thai people here, and they appreciate that you accept their culture a little bit. But as far as knowing what they're saying and speaking their language, it's not too much you need to know about none of that. They teach English in school, and mostly everybody, they're not fluent in English, but they know enough to get what you need done. And if you plan on coming to Thailand, there's like 3 major cities that everybody travel to: Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket. I'm in Phuket right now. Bangkok is the one everybody knows. It's the one that's most famous around the world. but it's more like New York City or San Francisco. It's city life, a lot of big buildings, a lot of traffic, a lot of millions and millions of people just crowding the streets, and it's if you like that type of thing, you know, San Francisco life or New York City life, Bangkok is your tourist attraction. That's where you want to be at. But if you're coming for the beaches, Pattaya and Phuket are the two beach cities. Pattaya, it's more of like Miami Beach. It's more parties, and if you come to party and kick it, and it's kicking it in Phuket, but it's more clubs. It's more of a party town than Phuket is. Phuket is more resorts, more snorkeling and scuba diving, and you can take tourist attractions to the other islands, and it's more of a family vacation in Phuket. Pattaya is Miami Beach. It's partying. It's having a good time. You know, that's what Pattaya is more for. So whichever type of, you know, vacation you're looking for, that's where the two cities you need to defer to. If you bring your family with you, I suggest Phuket. You can still take your family to Pattaya and have a good time. But the thing is, you can't fly into Pattaya. As far as I know, you have to fly into Bangkok and take a bus 2 hours to Pattaya, and it's only like $5 bus ride, but 2 hours, maybe 3. I can't remember exactly, but it's not that bad, and you know, for $5 ride, it's pretty cheap. And if you like that Miami Beach life, Pattaya is the spot for you. But Phuket, I'm in Phuket right now, and it's a little more ghetto than Pattaya, but it's more family orientated. They do have a party, and they do have nightclubs here. It's a lot of shows, a lot of action. They got a red light district in all three cities. If you coming for the girls, Bangkok got the Cowboy Alley that they known for, the Nana Plaza that they known for. That's their red light districts. The red light districts in Pattaya, they got the famous walking street, and that is where it goes down at. You know, you go to the walking street in Pattaya, and they also have a walking street, red light district in Phuket, in Patong. Patong Beach. That's where I'm at right now, and it's a lot of partying here. But once you planning your trip, do your research. You know, go on YouTube and just type in the names to the different cities, and it's a lot of different YouTube, a lot of different experience. You know, I'm giving you experience from a black man's perspective, but they got different perspectives, you know, from different cultures, different people, different races, Russians, and, you know, a lot of Australians here. So it's a lot of different cultures putting YouTubes out, so you can see, you know, how their experience is and how they go through. So that's what I did. I looked on YouTube and looked and see where I wanted to go and what fit in for me. And Phuket, I've been to Bangkok last time I was here. That was great. You know, I spent like 2 weeks in Bangkok, and then I went to Pattaya, spent another 2 weeks there in Pattaya, and it was great. You know, I didn't have no bad experiences. You know, it was great. Both of them. Now I'm experiencing Phuket for the first time, and been here a couple of weeks, and I just absolutely love it. You know, it's a little bit more. You know, like I said, it's a little bit more hood than the other two cities, you know. But, you know, dealing with the litter and the smell, you know, it's a bad smell. They got the way the sewer runs up under the streets out here, they got vents every 20 feet or so. And, you know, you walking over a vent, you might smell a little something that you not wanting to smell. But, you know, for the most part, it's not bad because of the ocean breeze. You mainly smell the ocean the whole time you're here, but occasionally you might get a whiff of something and that's in both cities, you know, all three cities. It's just the way the sewers run through the city, you know, and you might smell something every now and again, but that's just the worst part of it, you know. I mean, bad smell every 10 minutes or so, you know, you can live with that. It ain't that bad either, but I make it seem like worse than what it is. But I, that's just basically the worst part about it. You know, to me the worst. I wanted to do a video of 10 things that I didn't like about Thailand, but I couldn't find 10 things that I didn't like about this place. I mean, the smell is the worst thing for me. The showers, the way the showers is built, you know, it's not like back home. You know, they got, you know, the cords where, you know, you just do it like that. And I like you know, taking regular showers and step in the tub. But the whole bathroom is one floor. You know, you don't step into nothing. You know, the water just runs all up through the whole bathroom while you're taking a shower. So that's another thing I don't like about it. But I mean, it's little small things that, you know, it's not really a big deal. But I couldn't come up with 10 different things that I didn't like about this place. So I really love Thailand. I love the culture. I love the people. They're so kind. And as a black man dealing with racism my whole life in America, it just feels so refreshing to come somewhere where you don't feel the tension, the racial tension, when you walk into a room and you don't feel like you got 100 eyes. Like, if I, you know, nobody, they stare at me. I know it's mainly because of my hair. You know, I stand out everywhere I go. You know, in Jamaica, when I was there, you know, it's just, I just stand out. You know, I'm different. People ain't never seen nothing like this, you know, so a lot of people stare because of my hair and they want to take pictures of me. They, you know, I feel like a rock star sometimes. Everybody want to take a picture with me. Everybody want to see me and stuff, but it's not the racial tension. Like, I don't feel the hate that I felt in America, you know, when I walk in, even in the Walmart, you know, I could tell, you know, as a black man, you could tell the tension. You could feel the tension when somebody is, you know, staring at you in that racial kind of way. So you don't have to worry about none of that here. They are very peaceful people. They love black people here. They love black people here, you know. Yeah, they love money here. You know, if you look like you got money, they will love you. It don't matter if you black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, you know, whatever your race is. They love money. So they gonna treat you good no matter what, because you a tourist here and they think all tourists here are rich. So one thing you don't have to worry about is discrimination, racism, and stuff like that. It's a beautiful place. That's why I love it. That's why I'm moving here, because I am so sick of dealing with that in America. And it's just beautiful, man. I'm so peaceful, so happy, and people just treat you so good everywhere you go. I mean, it's nothing but love. And yeah, that's how I want to end this. But also, just, you know, take your time and, you know, do your research, you know. And I'm also a travel agent, so you can inbox me, message me from this YouTube page or my Facebook page if you got any questions, any more questions. I try to answer. I get a lot of questions about this place. That's why I'm making this video, and I'm trying to answer all the questions, the different questions that people ask me, and I'm trying to put it all in one video. I hope this helps you out. If it don't, you know, give me some suggestions on some stuff to add to my next video, because I plan on doing this again. If you enjoy this, if you like it and share it, please do. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my content out so I can get more people to book with me. I'm a travel agent, like I said. I can get you discounts on hotels all around the world, all through America, Vegas. I can save you up to 30%, up to 70% at some places. So if you plan on traveling, 6 million people travel every day in America. 6 million people every day are looking for hotels. So let me save you money. Book with me. I can get you discounts on amusement parks. I can get you discounts on rental cars, on travel insurance. I can get you discounts on cruises all around the world. If you like the Viking cruises or the Caribbean cruises or the Mexican cruises or any of the cruise lines, I can get you a discount on. If you're planning your family vacation, it gets real expensive planning a vacation with your family. You know, you got so many people. Let me help you save some money. You know, hotels is the most expensive part of traveling besides the airline tickets. You know, I can't really cut your deal on the airline tickets, but I can save you money on hotels, rental cars, and stuff like that. So if you're planning a trip, please plan with me. I can put you in your favorite hotels for half the price that you usually pay. And, you know, let me be your personal travel consultant. Thank you very much for watching my video. There's more to come. And number 6 to me is, while I'm sitting in my room, I don't like watching Thai TV. So I brought my Fire Stick this time. Last time I didn't bring my Fire Stick and I had to watch Thai TV the whole time. And they don't speak English mainly on Thai TV, so you gotta watch the news or watch these movies that they show, and they don't speak English on those channels. So I brought my Fire Stick. My Fire Stick has all the American programs. I got all my HBOs. I got all my local channels. I got all my everything, movies, everything on my Fire Stick. My Fire Stick is broken, so while I'm in the room, I don't have to worry about watching Thai programs. I can watch everything I watch back home. And it is a 12-hour difference. We 12 hours ahead of America. So, I mean, it depends on what time zone you live in. I'm from the Midwest, Central Time Zone, so that's 12 hours ahead from there. So, if you're on the East Coast, you know, 13 hours. If you're on the West Coast, it's closer, you know, it's 10 hours or whatever. But the time difference and the jet lag is something to consider when you get here. When you get here, that jet lag, that first day or two, it's going to be tough getting used to it, being up, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's daytime here, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you're used to being in bed. So that is something that you have to get used to, you know, a couple of days. So when you come out here, plan for 4 or 5 days. Make it a week if you can afford to do that. I mean, the plane, like I said before, the plane ticket is the most expensive part. In 7 days, $70 for a room, $10 a night, $25 a night for the bougie places. You know, if you want to step up, you know, and go and live it up a little bit, $25 a night. You have a nice room for $25 a night. So you know, and that's $100 a week, 4 days. You know, 156 days. You know, that's a nice deal for a very nice place. But if the resorts close to right on the beach, now those places get more expensive, but you really don't need to. If you go to those resorts, you spend more money trying to go into the city, paying cabs and that. So you spend a lot at the resort, but you always want to go to town. So that cab ride would be a little bit more expensive, going from back and forth to the room and everything. You know, when they change clothes, you're gonna get sweaty. You're gonna change clothes 2 times a day because it's so warm out here. So I suggest, I mean, unless you just want the resort experience of staying on the beach, you can go for it. But it's really just stay close to the city, stay close to the action, and you'll enjoy yourself at a much affordable price.